Coming to you from lovely downtown Santa Rosa, it's the Backstage Sonoma Radio Show. And now, here's your host, Steve Roby.
The Humidors have been churning out their unique brand of party music for over a decade, combining hard-hitting funk, greasy soul, vintage R&B, soul jazz, and more. This 8-piece unit is committed to the groove in all its shapes and forms. Consisting of some of the Bay Area's best musicians and led by Tori Rose's heartfelt lead vocals, the Humidors have established themselves over their tenure as one of the West Coast's premier funk and soul bands. I caught up with singer Tori Rose and guitarist Mike Mulqueen to discuss the band's latest EP, Show Me, and upcoming show at the Sweetwater Music Hall on August 2nd. Welcome to Backstage Sonoma, Tori and Mike.
Hey, how are you doing?
Really good.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. I'm so glad you could be on the show. Why don't we start out with the first question, and how did the Humidors get together, and who were some of their musical inspirations and influences?
I would say we got together around, I think it was 2013. It was mostly Justin is the only standing original member. The band was originally called San Pablo Project, and then it kind of morphed into the Humidors, and I jumped on board. Yeah, we've had people come and go, but we're still going strong, still an 8-piece band, and still churning out the funk and soul.
What musical influences did you have? And what was the inspiration to start the band?
Justin started the band originally with our first lead singer, Joe Carter, and then I guess we're kind of influenced, like Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder, Tower of Power, of course, because they're Oakland's finest funk band, in my opinion. We just wanted something with horns, something with just to get people's butt shaking and moving and get people into it. That's kind of, we like to bring the party.
Yeah. How many members make up the band, and who plays which instrument?
Well, it's an 8-piece band. We've got Tori on lead vocals. I'm on guitar and vocals. We've got Adam Willis on drums. He's been around forever. Justin Abe on percussion. We've got Scott Okamoto on trombone. He's brand new. We're stoked to have him aboard with us. Steve Utstein on the B3, Hammond B3. He's an amazing player. Patrick Kress, phenomenal baritone saxophone player. And I believe Rob Ewing on bass, of course. He's another new member. Just everybody is, pretty well known in the circle in the Bay Area of music here. So everybody's kind of got a good rep, and we just kind of all came together, and people have come and gone, but the core of the band kind of just stuck around, and we just keep going. And now we've got we're stoked to have Tori aboard singing with us now, and she's killing it on stage, and we're just loving this lineup.
All right, Tori.
It's really the music, I think, is the nucleus of everything. The music, that's what is meant when Mike says people have come and gone, but the music has stayed. The music is really great, and so it keeps that rotation in motion, but it brings in new blood, so to speak.
Yeah. I understand that Humidors played a 10th anniversary show with an all-star lineup. Who wants to tell me about that?
It was a lot of fun. It was at the Elbow Room in Oakland, and we were playing with some good friends, Honey Knuckles. They're pretty well known in the Bay Area. But we had the prior lead singers of the band come up and join the band and do a few songs with the band throughout the evening, which was such a nice treat and such a beautiful kind of passing of the torch. So Andre Cruz was there doing vocals, and he is the vocalist who was there prior to me. And then Joe, Mr. Joe Carter, who started the band, he was there also doing some songs and doing some percussion stuff. It was a really beautiful passing of the torch.
Nice.
It's just like, it's all love. And I love that, but it was very well attended. It was so much fun. And we have a lot of new music and new material on the rise that we got to share with some of our longtime fans and new fans.
Great. I imagine with an 8-piece band, you really got to have the love going on to keep it all together, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, let's discuss the current EP. It's called Show Me. How did it come together, And what can you tell me about the track we're going to play next? It's called Cruise.
Show Me, that was our last year's EP. We had a couple tracks. We had started recording right before the pandemic hit, and we just started recording. And we finished that actually through COVID, all in our home studios. I'm in my home studio now. Everybody recorded their tracks at their house, literally. So we kind of did that recording through the pandemic, and then we finally released it in 2023, and we're really stoked. It came out great. The only one song we did actually do in the studio, I believe it was Show Me. Aside from that, all the other tracks were recorded in our homes during COVID.
Yeah. COVID. We're still talking about COVID. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, let's play some music. Here's the Humidors doing Cruise on Backstage Sonoma.
Yeah. Wow. Prerequisites to be clever. I'm headed wherever, strongest to win. My fare and my speed is not to be questioned. I picked up my lessons from the tortoise wax poetic on a shell. 3 years of mine, I never got to start to fight. I won the fighting on sight, they wouldn't tell you otherwise. My burden, my rock rolling down the mountain, bunch of circling my organs, rather doubt than be an afterthought. When I'm coming up for air, not just a wet when I'm sleeping with the fishes. The sum of my wishes leaves me feeling oh so unprepared. Don't get me wrong, it's just the lyrics to my song. And for all my many faults, I would curse but never swear. Life ain't so long, you know my passion for it's strong. So it's a jungle out there, baby. I'm just trying to get the lion's share. And move. I know your standing notes are strong, but if you're tired of my song, why don't you take it on down that hall and move on. You gotta move on. Come on.
Tori Rose and Mike Mulqueen from the Bay Area funk band, The Humidors, are my guests. I understand you're working on a new single with the current lineup. Tell me more about that.
We've got a few singles actually in the works. I think it's going to be a matter of everybody raising their hand and going, which one do you really want to do right now? Because there's some that were established and written prior to my joining. However, I will probably be throwing down vocals on one of those at least, and Andre will come back to throw down vocals for another of those. That would be Rise and Moving On. We have written some together, meaning I have thrown down my contribution. On 2 songs that we've been performing publicly called Walk Up and Change Your Perception. Then there's also a couple of cool ones that Mike has written. You want to tell them about those?
Yeah, there's the things we do. There's a couple other ones in the works now, and we're kind of just trying to put them all together and figure out which ones we're going to record. But we're definitely looking to get into the studio and get these down on tape so we can release something, because we definitely want to release something in 2024. That's kind of the goal.
Good. With all these new singles, is that leading up to a full album in the near future?
At least an EP.
At least an EP.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. Yeah, definitely at least an EP. I mean, we already have, I would say we have about 5 or 6 tracks now. If we had a couple more, we could definitely do a full LP on that. Got a couple more.
Not many people doing albums anymore, right? I mean,
that is the question.
Yeah.
Well, let's play some more music. Here's one more track of yours called Fight Song. Who wants to tell me about this one?
Oh, did Joe wrote this one, right?
He wrote the lyrics to it. The band kind of wrote the music, and then our former lead singer wrote the lyrics to it. I guess it was kind of like a breakup song between a guy and his girl or whatever, and they just weren't. I don't really know much about the lyrics. I just had to do with the music part.
My interpretation of the lyrics is that everything blew up very quickly between this couple, and lots of love, much excitement, chaos. But then when they're getting down to the nitty-gritty, they're getting on each other's nerves and fighting. And it's exemplified too, which I think is very witty within the music. If you listen to the horns at the end, there's this back and forth between them that's supposed to be like 2 people arguing. So it's kind of written into it. But they're saying, hey, let's not fight. I'd rather not fight. I really like you. Actually, I love you.
So it all resolves in the end, right?
Right.
That's great. Well, let's listen to it now. This is the Humidors, and the song is called Fight Song here on Backstage Sonoma.
I'm not ready for this to end, no, don't wanna lose the love we found. It's happening so fast, don't spoil what we have. Be patient with me, lest we forget our task. We're acting crazy, we need to leave this beat tonight. Oh, it's gonna end in a fight. Said it's gonna end in a fight. Said slow down, let's take a step back. Be patient, baby, because it ain't the love we lack. We're acting crazy, we need to leave this beat tonight. Oh, it's gonna end in a fight. Said it's gonna end in a fight, yeah.
If you're just joining us, Tori Rose and Mike Mulqueen from the Humidors are my guests. Well, let's talk about the upcoming show in Mill Valley at the Sweetwater on August 2nd. What can your fans look forward to here?
New music.
All right.
New members. Exciting new stage show. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, really, just because that's what happens when you put new people together there. And we are very excited to be out playing stages again. Glad stages are open for us to do so, because this is going to be the Humidors' first time back since pre-COVID times.
Oh, wow. So it's kind of a celebration too, huh?
Yeah, we had a residency there right when literally, I think we were probably one of the last bands to play there before they closed the club. Right before everything closed down, we just got a residency and we're all stoked. I mean, we love Sweetwater Music Hall. It's one of the top 5 venues in the Bay Area to play. All musicians love it just because they have the best sound system there.
Mm-hmm.
The hospitality there is not to be. You never get any hospitality like you do when you play a gig there, and just everybody's so nice there, and the sound is amazing, and it's a pleasure to play there.
It's a fun place to come out and dance too. The dance floor is huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I understand they treat the musicians quite well. I had a musician on about a week ago that was telling me that they treat them to this special taco that has some sort of pink stuff on top of it. And they were like going on about how
pickled onions.
Yeah, how good the food was back there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I haven't had that.
Be sure to ask for the tacos.
Yeah, the food is amazing. I think they have a new chef there because I've eaten there a couple times and played there multiple times. And every time we go there, they're like, is there any special dietary requirements for the bandmates? Usually when we play a gig, they're like, yeah, load your stuff through the back. You know, this place is like red carpet rolled out, and they're just very nice people. And I just love I get excited when I ever go to the Sweetwater. It's just the best.
Yeah.
Like,
and Mill Valley is so laid back too. It's a great place to visit as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The people we're playing with are also fabulous. We're going to be playing with the Faction, spelled Faxsion.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a bunch of heavy hitters from Marin. There's members from Soul Ska, Vinyl, Michael Franti, and Spearhead.
Okay.
So we're excited to be playing with them as well as the welcome back to that stage.
Yeah. It sounds like a fun evening and a place to bring your dancing shoes, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Before I let you go, where can I send our listeners to hear more of your music and see your schedule?
I believe that's humidfunk.com. You can also Google the Humidors.
Yeah.
Everybody has a computer in their hands in this day and age, a little phone.
Yeah.
So you can Google the Humidors, but humidfunk.com.
Okay. I'll put a link in the show description as well. And a reminder to our listeners, the Humidors will play at the Sweetwater Music Hall on Friday, August 2nd in Mill Valley. Doors open at 7 p.m. and showtime is at 8. Tickets and more info can be found at sweetwatermusichall.com. Tori and Mike, thanks so much for stopping by the show today. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Thanks for having us.
Backstage Sonoma will be right back after this quick break.
Would you like to be a guest on Backstage Sonoma? Drop the host an email at backstagesonoma@gmail.com.
On Backstage Sonoma, host Steve Roby interviews world-class musicians and dives deep into their careers and influences. Listen every other Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. on Cows 92.5 FM or on the web at cows92-5.org. Thanks for listening to the Backstage Sonoma radio show on Cows FM. Join us next time for more great interviews and music from local and touring musicians.